So today we are in Sandton City Mall and we're experiencing what it's like to be an electric vehicle driver. This is the new Volvo XC40 P8 Recharge. Please excuse the noise, as you know, we are in a mall, so it's not going to be dead quiet. But a quick note on this process. So we rocked up here, we plugged in the vehicle, and in a matter of seconds, we got a call from Grid Cars saying we can see that you want to charge your vehicle. What vehicle is it? Are you the owner? And what do you want to do? So essentially, after a call, they were able to quickly set us up and the car was able to charge very quickly at that. So very good to know that as a consumer, you do have the support through systems such as Grid Cars. I've always loved the appeal of a Volvo XC40. From the time that car launched, it was aimed to please a younger buyer. And I must say, from a looks perspective and from just how the car drives and reacts, it is very much more suited to a younger audience. We've recently driven the Audi e-tron and the BMW iX, and those vehicles are much larger and much more expensive. So to compare those cars with this one would actually be quite unfair. At 1.2 million rand, it may seem like a lot of money, but thank goodness you're not spending around about the 2 million rand mark, which is what has become the norm for most electric vehicles in this country. Well, on the interior, you'll notice that you've got a slightly upgraded infotainment system. It still offers you Apple CarPlay, it still offers you Android Auto, and it's still this way as opposed to this way. The digital instrument cluster is also very modern and it looks very good, but it's not as customizable as what the competition offers. Yes, it gives you all the necessary information that you need, but I do wish I could make it my own in a way, the same way you can with other marques that are playing in this space. Volvo has equipped this XC40 with two electric engines, one in the front and one in the back. So I've got all-wheel drive electrified power, and I have got a lot of torque, 660 Newton meters to be exact. Power figures sit at just over 300 kilowatts, so this car could be considered as a very serious performance contender, which is something you wouldn't expect from this pretty XC40. It's actually quite interesting how Volvo has been able to hide the weight in this vehicle, and it still feels quite good around corners as well, quite confidence-inspiring. You could actually say that this is the sportier version of the XC40, even though it's electric. When I look at this vehicle as a whole, it really sits in the middle in the electric space. On the one hand, you've got cheaper cars that will only give you roughly 200 to 250 kilometers of range. And then on the other spectrum, you've got much more expensive vehicles that will give you 500, if not 600 kilometers of range, but then that comes with a premium. And then you get this vehicle, which offers you 418 kilometers of claimed range, which I think for the purpose of this car is very good. That allows you to be able to do a long weekend away, perhaps 200-300 kilometers away. At the same time, you can do your weekly commute and only have to charge your car once a week perhaps. As we know, one-pedal technology has become the phrase when it comes to electric cars. With this vehicle, the energy brake recuperation system can be a little bit harsh. So if you're not used to it, if I do this, you'll feel the car slows down very quickly. But you can adjust the sensitivity of that by switching off the energy brake recuperation, and the vehicle as a result will react more like a normal car. After spending the day with the Volvo XC40 P8 Recharge, very long name by the way, I can definitely say that this car is a same but different scenario. For those of you who know and love the XC40, it is very much the same car. It ticks all the boxes that a Volvo lover would want ticked. And at the same time, the difference comes in not only here, but rather what's underneath here in those batteries. The electrification of this car really sets it apart. But what draws me mainly to this car is actually the sage green paintwork. You'll notice that the grille is slightly different, and at the back of the vehicle, you've got recharge written on both the left and right-hand side of the car. Besides that, this is the same Volvo XC40 that everybody has come to know. The only difference is the price tag. At 1.2 million rand, it is a lot of money. No one can dispute that. But a scarier fact is the fact that this is now the second most affordable electric car in our country. That makes you think something needs to happen with regards to pricing.